Hey everyone, Wednesday video time. This, if you don't recognize it, is called SEO SpyGlass. It's part of the SEO Power Suite suite of tools, as it were. And I like using this for backlink analysis. Now, that hasn't always been the case. It was a link research tool fan, but as you know, if you ever looked into it, it is effing expensive. And then you have other tools like Majestic, Ahrefs, SEMrush, what's it, Cognitive SEO, a whole bunch of other backlink analysis tools, mods. And the problem with them is they all have their own bots and they all have their own sources and their own rules for crawling. So in general, you end up with this great big list or several lists of what you think is your complete backlink profile, but in fact, you only have part of it. So if there are 10 tools and you have probably, and you only use one of them, you're probably at like 50% of your actual backlinks that you have. And then you throw in Google Search Console on top of that, and there's this whole other set of backlinks that you have that you may or may not know about. And generally, what I've found is the worst backlinks are usually the ones that are reported in the Google Search Console. So I'm going to show you just a quick. I'm not going to go crazy in here, but I am going to show you just some quick things that you can do with this to analyze your backlinks, to pull your most common backlinks out of Search Console on a daily basis, etc., so you can stay on top of your disavow files. Now, a note about a disavow file. In general, for the most part, you're going to do this, and it will do absolutely nothing for you, for the most part, assuming you're doing everything else correctly. Now, if you disavow all of your backlink profile, you may run into issues at some point in time. I know some people have tested that and had different results, but at some point in time, you are going to run into issues from it. It's not a matter of if, it's when. So when I do disavow files nowadays, I recommend that you stay proactive, whether you need it or not. And all you're doing is, again, staying proactive so that if there's an algorithm change and something is not hurting you right now, and the algorithm change says, oh, that should hurt you, you're already one step ahead of the curve, and you won't see any negative results. Potentially. That's the goal here, right? There's no way, one way or another, that I or any other SEO that doesn't work for Google and is not coding the search algorithm and is not coding the connection with the disavow tool, none of us can say definitively what is happening and why it works and why it doesn't. All we can do is say, this is the results we had. So I consider the disavow tool a check mark in the trust category of things that you can do. So Google's level of trust for your website is higher, in my theory, in my estimation, when you have a disavow file. And as long as it's thought out a little bit, it'll actually do some good. So let's get into it. First thing you want to do is you're going to enter in your account information. You're going to connect Search Console, Google Analytics, and then fire away. They do have their own crawler, just like Ahrefs, Majestic, SEMrush. They have their own crawler and they have their own database. And then you have these other two connections here. What we're going to do every day is come in here and click these two connections. We're going to say, hey, Google, tell me the new backlinks that you're aware of. And the reason you're doing that is because that Search Console export that you do manually only shows you 1,000, and it doesn't, it's not updated all the time. So you need to collect the databases somewhere. Now you can connect this to BigQuery, and but I'm playing around with that some more to see how useful it is, because there's like mixed reports that BigQuery is only doing really the queries, and it's not saving the backlinks, where I know for a fact that this is pulling new backlinks out of Search Console and Analytics and then reporting on them. So I've already done that for today, so we don't have to go through that portion. And then you get the new backlinks that show up that are reported. So I can click on View All. And it shows us the new backlinks by date. So you see there's the 14th, the 2nd, the 1st, the 11th. This is all really from actually pulling in on a daily basis from Search Console. These are all the links that Google has found on Search Console. And you can see in here they have in-link domain in-link. Jesus, spit it out well, but rank and in-link rank. So it's essentially think domain rank and URL rank from Ahref, or DA and PA for Moz, or CF and TF for Majestic. Just all that's really saying. You can actually turn on and get the Moz data in here too. You can't get the other ones. And I know for a fact that Ahrefs has some stupid rule about software developers adding their access to their API key so that users can use their API key in other people's software. They have some stupid rule where they have to be paid by the software developers on top of people are paying the for the service, which doesn't make any sense to me. But there's that. So what you can do in that situation is you go to the backlink profile, click on backlinks, and you're going to see all of them here. I want to show you a couple really nasty ones that I recommend you guys look for. So we're going to set filters, add filter, backlink page contains .lol, and hit add. And all of these need to be disavowed. This is a LOL network. Techbyte found a lot of the footprint of what they were doing, but generally, if you go to these websites, they're all tied with malware, etc. And you can see I have 528 backlinks from here. And you can't tell me that can't be hurting me in some way, right? It's got to be hurting me in some way. And they're even, they're not old. This network continues to go. I think Ted did an estimation like 25% of the searches that he did had these in here. So what I can do is, because the LOLs, I know they're all trash. I know I didn't make them. So I'm going to go disavow backlinks, and then entire domain, and I'm going to go LOL spam network. Right? Boom. And those are all disavowed. And they're part of the disavow file. And now I can export that. And then there's another one. Let's see if there's any in here. I think it's KR. Yeah, .kr. Now I got to be a little bit more careful because there's those Google ones in there. So I'll do this. And those are a bunch of bulletin boards. I don't want any of those. It's all like scraped crap trash on bulletin boards in Korea for whatever reason those guys are doing. And you see the penalty risk doesn't correlate with what we know is common sense, that these aren't good for us. We don't want these. And all of these are coming out of Google Search Console, by the way. The other tools didn't pick up any of those BBS ones. They're not in Majestic, they're not in Ahrefs, and they're not in SEMrush. None of those are in those reporting tools that I have. And so I'm going to just keep going. I'm just doing a quick scan here. I'm just looking for things that stand out, like more Google. I don't want to put Google in here, for example. Just going slow. And we're doing this real time. I want you guys to see this happen in real time and how quickly you can do your disavow file for the month, right? Do one every month. Come in here, clean this out real good. Make sure you're doing the right things. 3 pointers of resist domain. So I'm going to stop there because I don't know what that one is. Go back, make sure I'm not doing those. Disavow domain KR spam network. Okay. Filter end, or not end, I need or disavowed is no. I think that's right. Yep, there you go. Okay. SEO this week's in there. Oh, it's or. That's what I screwed up. It should be and disavowed is no. Okay. There you go. That's better. Now we can see what this is. That's bad. Instantly, if it's a security thing, they don't care enough to update their SSLs, which are free, then I don't care enough to have a backlink. That's all that is. New Genius Center. New Genius Center. KRs. New Genius Center. Genius Center. Door Doctor. Do 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 do. Still scanning. Again, all of these Search Console. Google Search Console thinks that my backlink profile is mostly this shit. How can that possibly not be hurting me right now? So keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Do, 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 do. Doing a quick scan, still searching. It's all KRs. None of this stuff I built. I don't have any software that builds anything on .kr domains. I'm not using any tools. I'm not hiring any link builders. As a matter of fact, you saw my link building profile up there in the graph. Since Kim got sick, I haven't done shit for my business. I'm obviously paying for it now, but all of this stuff is all coming in. And everyone says, oh, it's Google's going to filter that out. Google's going to filter that out. Well, if Google's filtering it out, why are they reporting it in Search Console as backlinks? Like it should be, seems to me like, why would we send backlinks that we know are bad if we're filtering them out to a reporting thing that we give away for free? Why are we saving that information? Because kids, Google is not filtering these out. Now, there may be some backlinks that they just like, oh, we're not doing that. Like when they made Blogspot bad for you, right? That certainly could be the case where they're filtering that kind of stuff out. And maybe they're not giving these guys a whole lot of credit. But I'm at 500, almost 600 backlinks right now, and I'm not even a third of the way down the list going through here and cleaning this out and reviewing this. So you can't tell me that Google is filtering all this stuff out. There's just no way. So I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to keep on doing this, but you guys get the point. Go through here, load this up, load the software up, connect your Search Console, and every day do a new pull from Search Console. It literally takes like a couple of minutes. The only interaction you'll have to do is authorize your access because it's got to sign into your Google account, and it's going to ask you on another device. Like I'm on my Mac Studio here, and ask me on my iPhone, are you allowing this? Is this you? It does that every time. And then you can and just pull this and go through the new ones and then build your disavow file. The first time you're going to do it, you're going to do what I'm doing here with with my website. You're going to have to spend a significant amount of time to do it. But after that, you can go through the new backlinks and just keep adding them to your disavow file. And then once a month, send your your new file in, and you can send, if you have a tool like Colinkery, you can use Colinkery and recrawl all those bad backlinks and make sure that Google is checking those. And so you can encourage the system to engage that disavow file a lot faster. Most of these sites, honestly, are probably dead, have bad SSLs and all that stuff. So what I ran into when I clicked on that one link is what Googlebot's going to run into. So, they're not recrawling all of them, but Colinkery is a tool that's built just for that. If you're using link research tools, Link Detox Plus, pretty much what Colinkery's doing. Can get Google to recrawl it so you can get the effect of your disavow faster. So check out SEO Power Suite, SpyGlass. Link is in the description down below. And I hope you find this tip for the week useful.